If there is something about you or your life with which you're not 100% happy, if you're not achieving the level of success, whether that be in your relationships or your business or your career, that you really want to achieve, if you're not living the life that you really, really want, if you're not living the dream, then you're doing something wrong. You have to do something different. You have to take new action in your life. Now, unfortunately, the one thing that definitively stops us doing anything new in our lives is the fact that we do everything the same every day. In other words, routine is the big enemy. Now, you may say to yourself, but I do different things, I meet different people. But unfortunately, the way the normal mind works, we end up doing all our repetitive tasks habitually, automatically, without paying any attention whatsoever. And unfortunately, if you stop to reflect upon it for a moment, absolutely everything you do in your life, sooner or later, becomes routine. Whether that is the fact that you're living with the same person for 5, 10, 15 years, working with the same people for 5, 10, 15 months, have got used to having your children around you, in other words, the novelty of having the child in the first place is worn off. Everything ultimately becomes routine. And psychological research proves that we do our routine tasks completely, automatically, completely mindlessly. Now, if you're stuck in routine, or if something new comes along that sooner or later becomes a routine, you are never going to use more than the 1% of your mind that the normal person, generally speaking, uses. And that's bad news for you, because your ability to be happy and successful is directly linked to your ability to use more than 1% of your mind. Now, what do I mean by using more than 1% of your mind? I simply mean paying more than 1% attention to where you are here and now. There is no other place and time that you can be, so you might as well pour more than 1% of your attention into the here and now. Psychological research proves that when we hit a natural high, parts of our brain that are never otherwise activated become highly activated. If you learn or relearn, because as children we all could, but if you relearn to pay more than 1% attention to the here and now, you yourself, having consciously decided to do it, activate those parts of your brain and in effect, I suppose, give yourself a natural high. By being more than 1% in the here and now, you're in a position to do different things. In other words, break routine and start taking the action that you should be taking to change your life. Now, unfortunately, that's easier said than done. And therefore, that brings me back to the key point of this 5-minute seminar, and that is that routine is our enemy in changing our lives. That obviously gives us a simple clue as to something simple, practical and life-changing that you can do today to begin to change your life. Yeah, break your routine. Whether that is something as simple as brushing your teeth with the hand with which you don't habitually brush your teeth, or something as dangerous as shaving yourself with the other hand. There are millions of little things we do throughout our lives that are done routinely, habitually, mindlessly, that provide us with millions of little opportunities to do something different. And in doing something small different, you begin to put your mind in the frame that it needs to be in to do the big things in your life differently, and consequently change your life and create the life that you really, really want.